Hello, how are we doing this lovely election night, evening, or morning if you're watching it tomorrow or later on in the day, depending on your time zone. I don't know why I have this project open. I've been working on this so long that the last couple of days I keep forgetting about it. But today we're going to continue working on our React Native project. So I started it about a week or so ago, and I have been doing it as, I should say I've been streaming as religiously as I normally would. Just been getting caught up with certain things, but I started working on this React Native client for our contacts API, and where we left it off 5 days ago was we added a detail screen to the contacts, and then we need to be able to potentially add more details to it. I don't think we need to because you get the overall gist of it. And then start maybe working on the edit screen today. So let's take a look at where we are with the application. Hey, actually I have the app open. I was writing a blog post before I had dinner, which was a couple minutes ago, and I didn't remember if I opened up the contacts app or I still had my blog post stuff up there. So let's take a look at the app. Let's go to CD contacts and kind of see where we are. Yarn web, and let's hope it pulls it up on the right screen. This was the one with the last focus, so it should pull it up on this one. But sometimes it pulls it up on the side screen. Yay, pull it up on the right one. Where are we? 6,000. So as soon as this starts, we should have, this is the emulator running, essentially hosting a web server where this app is working. I'm going to hit login for now just to get the login part started. Otherwise, it kind of gets a little weird. Now, if I click view contacts, we should get a list of all the contacts. It might do a authentication thing again because it's re-getting permissions. Now, failed to connect to service. Did I not start it? Nope, I didn't start it. I thought I hit play before, but that was also a bug I fixed. This wasn't showing because I had an actual typo in there. But now that we see I didn't have the service working, at least our app can still run. So if I refresh this, get back to view contacts. Now it should be going out calling the service, and it loaded up the 5 contacts. These are gray because I don't have images for them locally, which is why they're gray. And if I click on them, as you see here, we get an example. If you watch some of the previous or the last weeks that we did it, you'll notice I tweaked this a little bit. I made this centered. I added a better font for this, cleaned up this box a little bit, but more so cleaned up the title. So let's take a quick look at that. It wasn't really a lot of code. I just added it to it. So if we go to our detail page, here's the error, which I fixed. It turned out that this wasn't the problem. There was a problem right here where this was always set to true, so it never cleared the is loading, so we were never gotten to the error state. So this is the changes we made. So here I added mostly the styles container, which kind of sets it in the middle and doesn't justify the text in the middle. As we see there, it is background color, which is white, flex, which is a number, and the align items is center. We then added a text with the H1 property, which sets the full name to, level heading 1. I'm not sure why this divider doesn't show up. I haven't figured that out yet. I think I'm just using the wrong colors. And then 2 lines, and then our button here with a title of the contact list. And I probably want to put a space in here. So I think the syntax is this. I could put in the correct NBSB, but this should work for now. Actually, I don't think I even need that. I think I could just do this. No, I think I do need that. Might be this one I can get rid of. Yeah, there it goes. That'll add some extra spaces to it so it's a little bit cleaner and it's not this right on top of each other. Yeah, that's a little bit cleaner. We've already tested that if I click on this, it starts up a new email that goes off to JoeG at Hotmail. Now we're going to want to put an edit button in here. Oh, I forgot to explain how we did this. Let's go and show that here. That is up in the, where did I put that? Oh, that's right here. So in the component did mount, that means that the control is loaded. We're going to execute code. So here we're executing a call to the API to the get ID or get contacts by ID method, passing in the contact ID that we got from state. This was passed to us. This part we had working last week. This is passed into us. We make the API call. We then update the state with the response data, which is essentially the contact, and then set the is loading to false, meaning we're not loading anymore, so React Native can show the actual screen. And then we set the options in the navigation for title with our full name. So if we looked at this here, when we first did it, it should say contact details really quick and then the full name. So if you watch up there, unfortunately the service is pretty responsive because it's locally, and you don't see that change. But we can put a delay in it. So now let's add a edit button to this. And it's going to look very similar to what we have here. So as a matter of fact, I'm going to copy out the details and just create an edit one, because a lot of the stuff is the same. The only real difference is this is editable. So let's go and change the name to contacts edit. State should still stay the same because we want the contact ID that's coming in. We want the contact to be populated. The is loading indicator is the same. The is error is the same. We're going to go and change this to some point, and then we're going to change this, but we're going to have to add in something else. And actually this, I'm going to put edit so we know we're on a different page for the title, and then everything else should be the same. So that's not all we need to do, but at least I can save it now. We need to go to the app, add in the import contacts edit from. Now some people will go and put this in a separate file so you can manage all the routes in one location and just import them. I'm doing it here just so we can see it in one spot. And then we are going to need to add a contacts edit. Not that you'll get to it from this screen, but the navigation needs to know that it's a possibility. So now the navigation container knows that we can eventually navigate off to contacts edit. Now let's go to our details and provide a edit link to it. So let's add a button here. And then we are going to give it an icon. Oops. An icon equal to icon name equals, I don't remember if edit was one of them, but we can look it up. Size equals 15, color equals white. It's going to look very similar to the other button, but we can change it however we want. Again, like I've mentioned in the past, this is not a how you design the app perfectly. I'm going through some of the basics so that you can see what the possibilities are within your application. And this, we just wanted to say edit. I think I could just do this. And then on press equals now this we're going to want to navigate, so we can do one of two things. I'm going to keep it consistent like we did in the list and copy it, ignore that red arrow, that's only because I didn't complete the test, and do this. Because I personally think they should be separate and not have code like this here in case we want to do something else. So let's do this on press. Oops, I already did that part. And then let's not call it that. Let's call it edit click or handle edit click. And it's complaining because it's not, that method hasn't been created yet. So let's go and copy out that method, which is this one here. And I need to close you out. And then let's add in the handle. I think we call it handle edit. And this, we want to go to contact details or contact edit. And this we can just call edit click. This is for logging to see if it is there. And then we want to get that existing item, contact detail, and pass it in. So now if we have everything coded up correctly, that edit button will give us the ability to launch this edit page. So let's go and try that out. View contacts. Let's go and edit this guy. I try not to change that record just because it might break unit tests and other things. Now we have the edit button here. I click on this. It should bring us up to the edit page, and we'll notice this will change to edit Joseph J. Guadagno, if I got it right. I did not get it right. Item is not defined. Oh, that's right. Item is not defined. Silly Joe. Item was the keyword that we brought into here, and in this particular context, item doesn't exist. I really should have looked at that. It really should have been this dot state dot contact. Now, since contact is globally handled on this page, I in theory could do that in the handle edit, but I wanted to keep things kind of consistent. So let's save that. Go back to the code base. Give this a second to refresh. I went and cleared it because if there's a hard error like that, it won't automatically refresh on a build. Let's click on edit. There it goes. And now we're editing this page. So cool. Now we got the editability. We're going to have to end, where we at the edit page. I'm going to copy this out just because we're going to need it later. We are going to want to do a handle save click. So let's add a to do here. Save the contact. And then once the contact is saved, we'll probably want to navigate to details with the contact. Save successful. Successful. Navigate to details. Okay, so this, let's just change this to a save button to start. And we're going to make this title to be just save. We don't need to create a mail link or anything. And then this is going to be this dot handle save click, this dot state dot contact. Now we're not going to have to physically go and change the contact class. React Native bindings will take care of that for us. So once I go and let's just say text first name, and then I think I can just do input. I forget what the input one was. Let's go to our React elements, which is what we're using for our UI. React Native Elements overview. And we're going to want an input. So let's do something like this, your input, because that one looks nice. Labels with icons. Oh, you would think these UI examples would be the ones below here. I kind of like this one though. So what would that one be? Your email address. Well, let's try this one. And see what that looks like. Why are you? Oh. It's like, why is button complaining? It's probably complaining about input because I don't have input registered. You want to add input? Yes. So let's modify the email address. Email address, and then email. And then I don't know what the text is. Where are you? Blah, 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 blah. That's part of it. Those are just placeholders. How do I actually set the text? Because I want to set it to the field name. Label, input style. Let's see what input style is. No, that's not what I want. Calling methods. No, I don't want to do that. Huh. Check the usage of it again. Let's see what other properties there are of it. Title? Nope. Set it. Let's use IntelliSense to save the day. I'm going to go with value. Value equals this. This dot state dot contact dot email address. I wonder if there was a type too, because I did see something like the input type. Maybe we can set it to a email address for validation, but let's get this one working, and then we can go check the save and then kind of tweak it from there. Nope, don't need you anymore. Close you out. Let's go to you. Hello contacts. Joseph J. Yeah, there it works. I got that icon wrong, but at least we got the email address working. Oh, it's envelope. I don't know why I keep typing email for that. So we got that part working. Let's do this envelope. And we got the placeholder of email address working. Good. So now on the save event, we are going to want to save that contact. So I think, and I'm playing along with this as we go, we are going to need to call the API, this method here, not this method, but like this, with saving it. So let's go here, and this is going to be .contacts post, and it's going to want a contact. And then if it's, I don't remember what comes back. What comes back with this? The contact comes back. Ooh, this adds a contact. remember if that updated to, is it contacts put? I've checked the API. Let's just do this to see if that works. If it's good, we don't want this to happen. What we actually want to do is this to happen. So we're going to go and move that, re-navigate. Otherwise, we're going to set a message. And I think we could tweak this. Let's change this state. Let's add a new property to state and call it, oops, yes, I know. Let's call it error message. This is going to be a string. And then here we're going to have error message null. And then this part will be this dot state dot error message. And then this failed. Error message failed to load the contact from the service. And then this one is going to be error message failed to save the contact. Let's hope we don't see that message. I think that's all we actually need to do. I have to check the API. Let's just take a quick look at the API. I thought I had a put on there, unless post does both for it. So this is the method. We got get, save, which is a post. Delete, get. So we only have this post, or sorry, not this one, this method, save contact. Let's see if the save contact does the work. You might have actually coded this to do a save no matter what, or save update. Context data store. Oh, I'm going to rename that file. File name is SQLite data store, even though the file is that. Where's our save contact? Yeah, so this will add or edit if it's there. So if the record doesn't exist, meaning I have a contact ID of 0, it's going to create a new record. Otherwise, it's going to update the record if it found it. So that's good. So let's go to here, click view contacts, and let's go and update. Let's go and update Brady. It says don't mail at example.com. Let's go and change that to don't email. Oops. Don't. Oh, why can't I change it? Huh. I can't change it. Why can't I change it? Oh well. Let's see what I missed. I'm looking to see. Oh, maybe I have to set it as editable. Silly me. Silly me. See if there's anything here around type. Auto capitalize, auto complete. Oh, we do auto complete name. So let's go and do that. No, not you. Minimize you. Come back to here. Where's our input? Edit. So we want this editable. Auto complete type equals email. So the autocomplete type doesn't do validation, but for your browser or your IDE, or sorry, not IDE, phone, will say that's an email address. Here's a list of all the email addresses I know, as opposed to just any random text you would type in there. So let's go here. Contacts, Brady, edit. I still can't edit you. Why can't I edit you? I did type it as editable. Well, let's change this to email address because that looks just silly. But why can't I edit it? Sorry, I'm just reading all these as we scroll along. Hello, DJ again. Thanks for joining. Sorry I didn't see you. I gotta get in the habit of looking to the right. Welcome again. This is your second or third time watching. Turnkey label, security selection, soft text. None of those seem like I need to do anything with it. Foundational component, prompts configure several auto-create, auto-clap, placeholder text, different keyboards, such as most basic is plop a text box and subscribe. Oh, Well, I guess I need this. I guess I need this on change event here. That seems counterintuitive. Am I missing the on change event? Looks like it's just pointing to itself. Let's see if why are you complaining? Well, let's run it and see. React's not complaining about it. It's probably just Visual Studio Code doesn't understand it. Nope, still not working. Still not. Ooh, there's an error. On change text is not defined. Yep. Visual Studio Code was right. It's right there though. Well, I'm not reading the sample correctly. Me, it looks like I'm doing everything right. Let's try this part. So we want this dot state dot contact dot email equals the value, and I can get rid of view. Why are you complaining? Got one too many of these. No, one too many of them. Oh, they spelled the name wrong. This, that's state. Oh, I don't need to do state. That's why. At least I don't think I need to do state. Are you? Just double check down here. Yeah, you just need to do, because it's already in the state, I don't need to do all this. I just need to do this. State contact. I think that works. There's probably an easier way to do that, and hopefully I didn't mess up the whole thing. We will see. I got that part right. Oops. Let's go back to here, contacts. I'm going to open up the developer tools and add a breakpoint. Yeah, ignore that red. That's because we don't have the image there. Now we have this code here. Let's go. I don't need you right now. Actually, I don't need you right now. Let's breakpoint. No, not here. Oh, I'm not on the right page. Where's the edit page? Sources. Sources, static, C, projects, contacts, screens, contacts, edit. Now here we want a breakpoint here so I can just take a look at what this is. Let's see if I can edit it. Yes, now it works. Okay, good. Don't email me at example.com. Now I hit save. I should get to this breakpoint here, which I do. Let's take a look at what the contact is. And it looks like I broke the contact. Yeah, it just has the email address. So this part is wrong. And that has nothing to do with React Native. That's just my poor JavaScript knowledge. So you can ignore that. I'm going to go stop this. Now, where are you? I don't want to save it because that's going to create a new record. So let's just go and refresh that page for now. And let's go fix that code. So we're going to do var new contact equals this dot state dot contact. New contact dot email equals value, and then set this contact equal to new contact. Why are you complaining? Oh, C#, sorry. I should have been able to do var. Why are you complaining? Oh, because I have to do this since it's not just a one-line code. And then got one more here. There we go. So I'm saying, give me a copy of the contact for the state contact, update the email address, and then set the state back to that. So let's, hopefully that worked. It seems like a overkill. I'll have to look in more into that to see if I'm doing it the right way. Here. Hello world. Do Brady. Edit. Oops. Add an extra line so the breakpoint was off. Don't email me. Hit save. Now if we look at the contact, it's correct. Everything's there. The text is right. Now I should be able to save. It should come back to the viewing of Brady Luis Gaster with the new email address to don't email me. That works. Awesome. It went back, but I don't know if it's saved. Let's just see if that's like a caching thing. Yeah, it was a caching thing. It didn't reload it. Let's see this.state. See if there's a way to force it, a forced reload of it, because it just went back to that page. It probably already saw that in the route and said, okay, I'll just send you back there. I wonder if there's like a don't use the cache. Oh, can't do it from there. Don't want to edit. Where am I? Edit. See if there's any other options. No. Okay. Yeah, React Native navigation. Watching results are going to pop up. React Native navigation. Reload. Let's see. It doesn't show me how to reload it. That didn't help me. Probably need to do something like this, but that's beyond the scope of at least what I planned on covering. We got the edit working. I can add more fields to it and everything, but you see it's pretty much the same code. We put a series of input boxes for each value, change the value, and then call save ultimately. So that's all I got for today. Code will be posted back up on this repository in a little bit, probably 10 or 15 minutes. Any questions, feel free to reach out, call on any one of the social media things that are listed on the screen. Otherwise, thanks for watching. Come back. If you like it, hit the subscribe button to get more content. Talk to you later.